the truck instead of the quality of the code. So all those problems have to be resolved. And then now they indicated that the police have been roped in to intervene. Then the question will be, where has our intelligence been sitting? Because we have the capacity to the police, the national intelligence, and all things like that. But all these syndicates have been allowed to continue to destroy the ESCOM infrastructure, left, right, center, with no intervention. The question is, at this point in time, is it going to be done in the right way, that the people that are sabotaging the ESCOM infrastructure are brought to book and ESCOM is allowed to perform at a much more better rate? I don't know. We are waiting for the government and the leadership, of which is the politicians, both DA and the ANC, to say that this has to stop because it is destroying the economy and then the prospects of people getting opportunity to return back to the work, especially those who lost their jobs due to COVID and the like. So if political leadership doesn't correct that, believe me, my man, the future is very bleak.
Exactly. And I think the key issue here, Ronald, is, what is the agenda behind this? Because it's not that we don't have the capacity to deal with the problems. It's not that we don't have the capacity to deal with the criminal element that is capitalizing on the situation as it stands. So clearly there are certain other agendas that are playing out.
Exactly. That's the problem that we're facing. Because for me, even President Ramaphosa to just speak about it, to say, no, we are still in control. You can't say you are in control when, the numbers of days of load shedding are increasing at a very, very rapid rate. Because usually we will say that it will be reasonable, let's say, for instance, in a year to have load shedding for a minimum of, let's say, between 10 and 50 days. But now load shedding is more than 150, 300 days per annum, of which actually demonstrate that the more now the situation continues, the less power we're going to be having. And then me and you as electricity users in the houses, you'll find that now you are load shedded 3 or 4 times per day. And then unfortunately, due to the poor quality of also municipal infrastructure, it will mean that in a 24-hour day, you are likely to have electricity for between 4 and 6 hours. The other hours, 18 hours, all of it, you don't have power.
Yes, and also, Ronald, we can come up with policies, we can give speeches, we can talk till the cows come home. At the end of the day, if there is no action, whatever you're saying, whatever is committed, even on paper, is totally worthless.
Exactly, that's correct. So for me now, the important thing, which, as I usually indicate to the people of South Africa, whether we like it or not, we need to reach a point of saying that if this government that we are having is failing to discharge its constitutional obligations and mandate, what must we do? Because remember now, the whole situation comes back to the power of the voters. If we say we keep the status quo, it means we will continue to suffer like this. I don't know until when.
Exactly, and I think this is exactly the point that you are making. These failures have gone on for far too long. As far as delivery is concerned on the part of government, and it is the ballot box that is going to ultimately determine the direction that this country and its citizens want to go.
Exactly. So
Well,
for
Ronald,
me now, what I've been doing now is try to assist some of the government officials in terms of helping them to say that, guys, there are a lot of interventions which we can make quick gains to the benefit of a reduction of load shedding. But the question is, the officials also who are inside those government departments are not professionals like us during the 2007-2008 load shedding, who were in the forefront of fixing the problem of load shedding. Because the reason why the load shedding of 2007-8 was quickly resolved is because we were not waiting for political instructions. We as officials, we put in motion interventions. When ESCOM said that they had a coal problem, we immediately told ESCOM that no, that is not negotiable. We need to go and meet those mining companies and make sure that you sort out your procurement processes, no more delays in those companies. immediate deliveries of coal must be made to those power stations. That's why it was quickly resolved, because officials were resolving it as technical people. So now the problem is that the people and officials who are sitting in critical positions in government, they want political solutions to fix technical problems, and then they will never win in doing that. Remember, a technical problem requires a technical solution. So that's how the situation is.
Yes, and Ronald, just looking at the DA talking about providing cheap electricity and fuel, is that ever possible? Considering that at one point in time, South Africa had, one of the cheapest electricity in the entire world.
Yeah, in terms of the DA saying that they can pursue the mission and vision of providing cheap electricity, the issue there that they have is that, remember now, when the whole country is at stage 4 load shedding, they are at stage 2, because they have localized electricity generation capacity. So if they increase the investment in the various electricity generation opportunities and options for the Cape Town metropolitan city, they are likely to find that investors can over-invest in the electricity capacity. And remember, when there is an oversupply, prices by market forces will be forced to go down. So basically, in the long run, they can be able to provide what we call affordable and accessible electricity at a cheaper rate. Because as long as there are many companies that will be competing to provide and supply electricity in that particular market, the prices are not going to be at a premium. They are going to be at a very, very low and reasonable rate. Hence, the important element for them is for now to attract as many companies, independent power producers, to invest and start constructing different electricity generation capabilities from renewables such as your wind, your solar, and then the wave electric power as well as ensuring that they establish the capability for storage. And once they do that, believe me, the chances of their electricity becoming more cheaper and affordable, those prospects are there. Hello? Can you hear me?
Ronald, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry, there was just a bit of a break in communication, but we want to thank you for your time with us this morning, and hopefully we will get to talk at some point again in the future. But for now, we appreciate you taking time out talking to us here on Salam Media this morning.
Thank you very much. You are welcome.
Ronald Chauke joining us this morning on the DA's energy policy. We're going to go for a break. We'll be back.